everyone. I hope traders and investors alike were green today. Well, the SPY, we put in a new intraday range low today. We still have a major level of support. If we take that out, then we obviously are looking for a move down. And we're going to take a look at that. AI reports tomorrow. We're going to talk about that and take a look at that chart. Huge move and after hours in CRM and Okada. CRM up 15%. Huge move there. Huge earnings beat. Huge guidance. You know, $20 billion buyback. Sad part is they just laid a lot of people off, but that actually looks good. They're doing this well. Much needed report, and plus they're cost cutting as well to, help them further for the guidance, help them meet their guidance numbers. So let's start looking at these charts. We got a lot to talk about. Some big moves this morning, like Win and First Solar. They were good traders. We can see the oscillators here. This is for the Nasdaq, so we're at negative 171. So we are, we're a little warm here. Negative 146 for the New York Stock Exchange, but we got more room to move in either direction. We've seen them go a lot hotter than that, so the market can continue down. You can see the SPX is back to the 20 on the weekly, so that is a level of support. Looking for a trend line retest of that trend line, possible. You can see breadth chart turning back lower. A lot of chop on the breadth chart today. You can see TNX here is pushing up. This is telling us that interest rates are rising, yields are rising, therefore bonds are pulling back, that, rates are rising. US dollar here, you can see big down candle today, holding that 9. That 9's level of support. VIX did try to push today. Did end up pulling back and close lower. It is a close on a high candle, holding that 50-day for support. Crude looks like crude has pushed barely, but has pushed above the 50-day there. We need to hold that. That's where we've been struggling at. Apple has finally started to break down here. Apple was one of the better looking charts. Still rough action here, but still was holding in very well. Now we have lost this 200. So we're looking for a move down there now. You can see intraday, just, everything. And we're going to see this pretty much the same chart. Everything just grinded lower today, except for a handful of names. Gold did push today. So we had this bear flag. We ended up opening up over the 9. So now the target would be your 20-day. Watch your MACD. Your MACD's changing character here, showing relative strength. Very nice move in gold. Keep an eye on these gold names right now. Short-term traders, until we see what's happening with this market, but there's an opportunity there to make money. So we got the advanced decline lines. You can see they're rolling over. We are starting to drift lower, especially this is the S&P 500 here. You can see the S&P 500 is moving lower quicker than the New York Stock Exchange, small caps or mid caps. And speaking of that, IWM is holding in much better than everything else here. So as long as IWM's holding in, we're going to keep an eye on the banks. You can see AMC here. AMC had pushed up earlier, actually on Friday. Friday it made a nice move. Monday it made a nice move and pulled back on Tuesday. You can see today's candle, the 9's on its way up to. So basically, what we're looking for here is we want to watch it off the 9 to see if we can get a bounce off that 9, or will we continue lower. AMC intraday, not a whole lot of action there. You can see just not much range, and we've seen that throughout the market today. There wasn't a lot of range. AMD pushed strong and open, come back, but you can see the series of higher lows right there on the 15-minute chart. Then another, lower highs and another lower high there, moving lower. And Amazon head and shoulders patterns working. We have broken below the 50 now. Yesterday was a nice, perfect retest of that 50, moving lower today. Textbook. ARK, we need to draw a trend line here. I should have it drawn. You can draw a trend line from here right down on top of them candles. Looking for a trend line break here. Actually, to move up right now, to me, it looks like we're getting ready to move down. You got this nice bear flag up into your 200, and today's candle moved lower, closed below your previous candle. We still got some wicks and bodies in there, so we can still find some support in there. but looking for a move down on that. Your MACD is bearish, and or we're probably going to move down. Avi, nice, really nice move here, breaking out of this little flag this week. AMD, very tight action here as well. You know, a lot of these names look like we probably got a big move coming. When you see candles get that tight, there's, you know, you can see there's been some big battles in this week, you know, and basically in those candles with a lot of chop. You can see AMD here on the weekly. We are under the 50, holding the 9 and the 200 for now. And Affirm made a big move down today. Did push up off the lows right at the very end of the day, but big move down there. So Affirm actually had some range behind it. You can see Amazon, you got a series of lower lows, lower highs, clear downtrend. Pretty easy to make money in these names today. You can see Amazon's weekly below the 9 and 20 there on the weekly. Apple below the 50 on the weekly. Boeing had a decent day today, pushed up right into your daily 50, your daily 9s coming down on it. So keep an eye, see what kind of move we're going to make there. So we're at a level of resistance. See if we move down off from it, or if we can take it out and continue higher. You can see Bitcoin here weekly, still under that weekly 200. Bitcoin daily. So we had a nice little push today. We did make it. You can see that tonight's candle opened up over the 9 and 20. It's right now the 9 and 20 on the daily is support. See Boeing, nice move up, pull back right at the end of the day, had a very nice move, very strong move going into the end of the day on Boeing. So we got AI here. AI is trading in a descending triangle right now. AI reports tomorrow. I don't have an exact time on when they report. I will definitely have that tomorrow. They're expected to lose 22 cents. These numbers are through Schwab. Expected to lose 22 cents. A year ago this time they only lost 7 cents. So we'll see tomorrow. We will be watching these earnings live, and we will see if we can find some trade opportunities on it. But like I say, right now trading in a descending triangle, reporting tomorrow night, expecting to lose 7 cents. See if we can get some action off from it. Chewy, nice move down here, but you can see right here at the end of the day, midday, started to put in a bottom. You see it keep bouncing off this area. Always look for areas like that. You may be able to get some action off from them. CVX here tried to push back up today. That 9 is resistance, still kind of bear flagging here at resistance levels. And you can see kind of cup and handle-ish here on the intraday on 15-minute chart with CVX. It's nowhere near perfect, but you can see it's trying to do something there. Cat, big candle today. We had that one on the radar. Very strong move up today. Surprising. Charge point, not surprising, safety names. Charge point trading in this bear flag need to break back below. They need to break out that flag and break below that daily 50. Got to be below that 50. Chewy, kind of. So we're looking like here we're getting ready to get a move down. We need this 9 to catch up, but I do like how this candle closed below that candle right there. So maybe we can see a move down here. Worried about seeing this wick down here, but you can see we almost tested that 200 before bouncing. When I see wicks down there, it just tells me there may be something down there. Obviously, candles are there too. Some support down there. Cisco breaking lower here. Actually meant to take that one off the list. Coin. So we had a strong candle on coin yesterday. Doji today. Just a little spinning top there. Not much information in that candle. Consumer staples moving lower, trading in that descending channel. DraftKings, you can see nice move up here on the earnings. It's giving it back. You can see a lower high. We are under the 9. We break that support. We're looking for a move down. 20 test of the 20. Daily 20 would be your next level if we lose that support. Lilly. So Lilly's been this head and shoulders, been getting this nice move down. They announced, and it's all over the news, I'm sure, about insulin lowering the price, and had a decent day on that. So XLE trading in a bullish Rami there. FCX pushing up here as well. Got a decent move down off of that one. Google, bear flagging, head and shoulders. They like to flag down. I still need to get this chart cleaned up and redraw that right. GME. So GME, we've had this on the radar. One of our traders were able to get a piece of this yesterday. But today we opened up below our support. So our head and shoulders is starting to work now. I need to redraw this shoulder, cover that candle. But we have broken the neckline and started to move lower. Like I say, we could get a move down here into the 16-ish area. You see IWM intraday, really choppy here. We got some really nice moves in this. These fast thrusts like that, they pay very nicely if you trade them properly. Q's, very tight action here as well. Very tight. We still have this 200, your 200 day. We have the 50 below, a little different than the SPY there. So the 200 day can act as support. You can see intraday a lot like the IWM. You can see IWM weekly here, flagging back to the weekly 9. JP Morgan pushed up, tested our level yesterday, and alert went off, but we were unable to hold above it. So we're still watching that. If IWM stronger, and we know that it is, if IWM stronger, then we're definitely keeping an eye on the banks. Lemonade breaking lower here. Moderna's flagging, trying to wait on the 9. This week it doesn't even want to wait on the 9. Intraday, not much range there today. MU, this action was really awesome. Very, very good paying action if you're trading it properly. Macy's breaking lower here. Macy's actually had an update. Macy's reports tomorrow too. Mara still trading. You can draw this trend line down here. We need a break above that trend line. Right now it's looking a little bearish. I just did a mixed shelf offering, I believe. MRK. Merck's trending down. We did try to push up today. Still, I would have expected some more follow through off this candle. See how we act on that 9. We can definitely continue lower there. Meta. So drawing this trend line right here, Meta has broken out, but it's trading in between the 9 and 20 on the daily. You need to get out of that area. You can see Meta had a nice push at open though. Chart definitely looks better, performed better than a lot of others today. It did give back some. Give it all back. MU breaking out this little diamond pattern here, trying to move lower. Your daily 50 is acting as support. Microsoft, your 50 there is support. Microsoft intraday, you can see the series of lower lows, lower highs, moving down, downtrend, closed on the lows of the day. Microsoft weekly, breaking below your weekly 9, your weekly 20s down there for support. MOS, this cup and handle, nice breakout there, strong. Broke out on Monday. NVIDIA, chopping around, still trying to hold this earnings gap. Your 9 and 20s down here for support, still above that daily 9 and 20. A lot better than a lot of other charts right now. NVIDIA weekly, nice push there. Last week, this week, we are giving some of that back. So we opened up above. You can see we gapped up and we're moving lower. If we continue lower, we can get a dark cloud cover out of this, but we do not have that yet. NASDAQ, very tight action here as well, hanging out on that 200. Actually, it closed below the 200 day. So we open up below the 200 day tomorrow. We could always gap back above those levels. But if we open up below them, we're expecting a move lower. Netflix here, I like the way this candle closed today, the way it's rounded, kind of got that H cell pattern right there. Very small, but it's there. Looking for a move lower on that name. Palantir breaking out of the diamond to the downside. Diamonds usually go to the downside. Peloton just moving lower, respecting the 9 to the downside. Plug rejected here off of the 9 and 50. They had earnings too. Q's, this is the Q's weekly or monthly chart. We finally got a close of that monthly candle. Give most of that back. Just a long-legged doji. Not a lot of information there, other than the bulls are definitely not so bullish right now. The 9 is trying to turn up. We are respecting that monthly 9 for now. Riot, just some rough action there in crypto. Roblex, This name's not doing a lot. You could have got a diamond out of this, but it's just breaking, trading sideways, stuck in this range. The crypto miners are just not doing so hot the last few days. Roku, you can get a diamond out of this as well. Not perfect, but just not doing much. SPXU, this is the weekly. No, this is SPXU daily. 200 there is support. You also have your 61% fib level down here. Depending on how you draw it, that could be your 38, depending on how you draw it. Diamond breaking lower. Today did have a small green spending top there. Just not a lot of information in a candle like that. Diamond weekly, your weekly 50 is resist or will be active support. So you can see the SPY here. The SPY is back testing the weekly 20. We are below that weekly 50 right now. Testing the weekly 20, below the weekly 9 as well. And you can see we still have this original downtrend that we broke out of here, coming back very close to retesting this. The more we hang out up here, we're going to be testing it in the 200 at the same time. The way it looks, if we can take both those levels out, we're definitely looking for a move lower. You can see the SPY here, still respecting that weekly 9. The chart is not healthy looking. That looks like we want to move down. Very unhealthy looking chart there. A very tight range candle so far, just today. SPY daily again, you can see below that daily 50 wants to move lower. We did push up and put in a higher low right there at the end of the day. So it's trying to get a little symmetrical triangulars there. Trend charts, still long-term bullish, but the other two are bearish. Square trading in this little descending triangle here, or descending channel. You can see Tesla. So Tesla, the event was, as everything always is, a sell the news event. So they went live and looks like Tesla started selling pretty hard there. Anybody holding puts into that event, congratulations. XLK, you can see XLK wants to break lows. We closed below those previous candles, looking for a move lower now, unfortunately, in tech. Tesla weekly, still stuck under that support or resistance, unable to clear that. You can see the daily, then bands are getting really tight there. 9 and 20 looks like they want to roll. GDX is back above your daily 9 here, your daily 200, your daily 9. We've seen how gold's acting, so these names need to be on the radar right now. SMH, this is the semi sector, respecting the 9 to the downside. XLF, your daily 50, there is support. Your daily 9 is resistance. Pretty tight action. ExxonMobil, green candle today, but under right here at a major level of resistance. You got your 50-day and your 9 coming together. So you got a big level of resistance there. Bonds look like they want to move lower here. IWM still trading in this channel on the weekly and the daily. This chart does look it really does look better. It's not a great looking chart by any means. Almost choke saying that, but it does look better than the SPY here. You can see we had this downtrend coming through here that we're coming in for a retest of. Should have had this extended for the video. Coming in, retesting that downtrend now, and tried to bounce off that a few days ago, and we're trying to push back up into the 9 now. We got to clear that daily 9 if we're going to push up. And put the call ratio is not updated yet. Hope we find this helpful. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the trading room.